All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of meat in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll take a great deal for you.
High-passion rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right, the fine print's out of the way. It's time to roll with the show. We're back. We're live. Imagine that. More drone sightings and everything else, but hey, that's the way it goes. Let's see here. Move over here a minute. Looks like we've got Dennison, Emery, Barks, Jason, Bills, Bob. Welcome to Bob. Well, all right, so we've got them coming through. Not bad for not dropping a link. Okay, now jump back over here, and we'll get Chuck in here. There he is.
Hi all. Bob Holycross, I see you in there, sir. Oh man, barks a lot. Bill Hayes is in the house. Dennis, my God, they're rolling in. You didn't even drop a link.
Yeah. And I'll bet they're all looking forward to spring, wherever it is.
Well, I'll tell you what, just south of us yesterday, they were in the mid-60s because the sun was out all day, down around Keokuk, Burlington, Iowa, that kind of stuff. we were in the upper 50s. Now we're down in the 20s and freezing drizzle and rain.
Did anybody hear what the groundhog had to say?
6 more weeks.
See, that's what I said too.
Yep.
Somebody told me that the Ohio groundhog says we're going to have an early spring.
Well,
We didn't know Ohio had a groundhog that we followed.
all I'm looking forward to is spring. When it
Yeah.
gets here.
Yeah,
So,
I'm looking forward to better weather than what we've had.
so anyway, let's hope this. Tomorrow they're talking mid 40s here. Then getting cold again, and then another mix of snow, rain, and drizzle and crap on Friday, Saturday. There you go. Mark said he got out digging a little bit on Sunday, but he didn't find much. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Alaska, Jason. We worked on that, got people signed up on flights and working on finalization of hotels and things like that to and from. So it's all getting put together, and prices, what would I pay? $11.85. But then I put insurance on. I always insure flights like that. You never, it's worked for me one time. I got refunded all but about $100 of it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful about that because you never know what's going to go on. I mean, unfortunately, we had 2 planes fall out of the sky last week.
Yes, we did. Barb got her envelope. That's good. You like that engine? It says it's not worth a cent. So
Right?
Emory,
that the Ohio groundhog is called Buckeye Chuck. But I just don't get where he says we're going to have spring early. I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt, though, folks. You got to remember, Ohio is now a recreational use state, so I don't know what Buckeye Chuck was doing before he came out of his mound.
Right. So anyway, things are coming together. I know others are getting their flights booked. I haven't heard what Alan and that side's doing, but I know they're working on getting their flights. That's the second week. So we'll see how they work out.
I know they're looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. We all are.
Yeah, who wouldn't be?
Yep. We all are. The weather, we're hoping for the weather up there. Good weather. So,
Right. Which you guys have been very fortunate with the weather you've had.
knock on wood.
Right. Let's hope the tradition continues.
That's right. So we'll see. Well, Bark, I guess digging all those pennies was better than digging nothing at all.
Right?
Well,
Ohio really kind of a mark.
we've got Mark in the house now. And 4H, Jason.
Buckeye Chuck is bipolar.
Yep. From one end of the world to the other.
Yeah, Buckeye Chuck is confused, I think, because I think we're going to have 6 more weeks of really rough sledding.
Well, let's just hope everybody's doing well through all this. our boy has got them stirred up so bad they're already wanting to impeach him.
Well, they were wanting to do that in November.
Yeah, they already had one guy standing up saying he's going to start bringing articles of impeachment for all that he's done. He's done more in 2 weeks than I saw get done in 4 years. Period. You may not love him, but the man does what he says and says what he does. And he might be a little blunt about it, but suck it up, Buttercup. That's the way it is.
Sometimes you got to tell it the way it is.
Yeah, Barb, we are finding the dirty laundry. And boy, that's really got him mad that Elon Musk come up with an algorithm with these young men sitting at computers, AI, and was able to find all this stuff. And it's on both sides of the aisle. So, yeah, Jason, I went in there. I went live at that nugget shop, and that's a pretty cool place. The one thing in that shop I always got to go look it over is that cash register with period coins, nuggets in under glass on the drawer out. It's one of them big old brass nationals, I think it is. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. That would be.
So,
of course, you guys get up there to Alaska, maybe you'll be able to give them another little tour again.
right. So, we just got to have faith in our guys in there that are cleaning it up and come to terms with it on both sides of the aisle. But evidently, Chuck Schumer's more worried about his Corona beer and guacamole than lives of people and fentanyl. And that's the way I feel about it. He's standing there talking about prices going up on Corona beer and avocados and other things, and doesn't give a damn about your lives with fentanyl rolling in. So, and I don't mind saying it because he did a press release on that. So if that's what we got on the Democrat side, get them out of there, folks. Vote them out. Vote them out. That's all we can do.
There, you guys make it up there to Alaska. You clean in pretty much like you guys did in the past, working the slick plate, the whole 9 yards again. Working.
That's up to the group when they get there, and they can sign on for the slick plate, and they'll bring them dump truck loads, and they'll do the big cleanup after a couple days or a day's worth, whatever they decide, or they can run. When you run that equipment, you will get gold. You will get gold. I won't guarantee it, but you'll get gold. And yeah, Bill Hayes, I did see that. We'll talk about her in a minute. And but metal detecting is metal detecting, and you got to get over it to find it and dig it. But when you're running tonnage through a slick plate and constant shoveling for a couple days through a high banker and clean up, you're going to get gold. And there's a chance you'll get some nice nuggies and maybe even a big one. You never know that comes out because it's raw. It's out of the mine. And Usually the guys do pretty good for a day's worth or two on the high bankers. I just prefer taking my chances with a detector.
Right. They may be fewer and further between, but chances are good they're bigger.
Bark says he's packing his mineral ice to combat sore muscles. The other thing you got to pack is some good
Like
knee
that.
pads. Get yourself some good knee pads because you aren't kneeling on a park lawn. You are kneeling on rocks. Some of them are sharp. So get some decent knee pads.
And maybe even some acid.
Yeah, I hope it is, Dennis. It just depends. It's kind of luck of the draw on that. Heavy metal detectors out of Kentucky. How you doing tonight?
Yep.
So they're rolling in. Lauren's in the house. Hi, Lauren. Haven't seen you for a little bit. Saw Shannon on there. I thought.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see. I don't know if we'll see Phil. He apparently for his birthday he went and got sick.
Ooh.
This big round.
Ooh. Well, it sounds to me everything I shipped out to our YMCA dancers got to them, but I had not heard from Phil to see if theirs got in.
Well, Shannon may be able to tell us.
Yep.
She's the one that sniped it out of the mail.
Right. Well, Kevin, I'm telling you right now, I know you wear knee pads. I hope they're good quality, sturdy knee pads because that rock up there, when you're crawling around in that, it got some sharp ones. It cuts stuff up. So, just saying, you'll find out if you aren't wearing them.
So basically, if he has to replace them, he might want to spring for a good quality pair.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. Dennis says it will make you cry.
Well, and I don't even know. I mean, a good quality pair of them aren't cheap, but they're well worth it.
Last pair I bought were $65.
Right.
The reason why I bought them is up there. They work here, no problem. Up there, I wanted something pretty tough because it beats you up a little bit if you're out there really working it with a detector. And
I think all beats you up a little bit out there.
Your forearm, right or left-handed, digging into some of that tough stuff with a 2.5 foot, 2 pound pick, 2.5 pound. That'll wear your forearm out and your elbow and your shoulder and
your back.
Yeah, the quartz is sharp.
And your stamina.
Mark says he's got his eye on a pair at Harbor Freight, cushion with hard plastic. There we go.
Well,
Frank's got a real good pair. I got a good pair, but Frank sent his in to a guy down here in Quad Cities. Joe was having a purse repaired, and he added extra Velcro to bring it in tighter so they don't loosen up.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. So that's
bad. They you don't watch it. They want to ride all over the place on you.
Yeah. Good dig gloves. Both the Mine Lab and the Garrett do pretty well and handling the rock that you'll be pulling out. And shovels if you're doing the high bankers. Rake and hoe if you're doing the slick plate. So, but if we got the good weather, we may do a. If it hasn't rained a lot, there's a spot that we go out to that takes about, what is it, 38 miles on the bikes and go out to for a day. And tailing piles, they aren't pushed, but there's some neat stuff come out of them. So that's something because about 1.25 miles, you're right in a stream bed that's active. You're in the stream bed to get there.
And it wouldn't surprise me if Kevin plans on getting quite a bit of video while he's up.
Oh, I'm sure. You'll have plenty of video moments up there. Between the muskox and the caribou and the fox and hopefully a long distance bear if you want to see one.
Right.
Emery, I've got a used 900 for sale.
Oh, well, there you go. Emery may have came to the right place then.
Yep, I got a used one here in stock. It's one that I've had as a demo for about 9 months.
Have them message Chuck, Emery.
Full warranty. All right, Emery. Sounds good. I just sold off an old E-Track. Works fine. Has a little speaker problem once in a while, but it had a set of Grey Ghost headphones with it. Brad, how you doing, buddy? Fred Stetler in the house.
Really?
Yeah.
He must be over on the Facebook side.
Yes, he is.
Welcome aboard, Fred. Good to see.
Yeah.
Definitely good to see.
Yeah. That's cool. Anyway, with all that's going on, of course,
And now they're welcoming him in the YouTube chat.
there you go. There you go.
So Fred may not be able to see it, but they're welcoming him over here.
Yep. Good.
Thought they can.
Good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And those
Good one, Bob.
those E-Tracks, they're still a decently sought after machine. Old Belon.
Yes, they are. I've got another one. This was the shop demo, and we used it, and it's been sitting here, and I've got a gentleman wanting that. So, but I told him, I said, right now, the only new batteries you're going to find is alkaline for the stick. I don't know if you can find R&B batteries.
Yeah, I don't know. Although I used to take the alkaline battery sticks and run the rechargeable batteries in it.
Yep. So, old Palon made it in. So anyway, I don't know. I've been kind of cleaning corners out, and I'm finding stuff. I've got a CTX 3030 that needs some repair, but I've got a guy that needs it for the entire case. So he's wanting that. So that's probably going to go away. I got some stuff to follow through. I'm going to have a yard sale.
Sounds like.
You got the R&B, and it's getting. I don't even know ORH if they're making the R&B for that model anymore.
Now, I heard a while back that I don't know if R&B had been bought by someone or what, but I thought I heard that they were back in production. Now, I don't know if they're still producing them for the AT Pro.
I'll see if I can check that out tomorrow. I'll do a little snooping. Yeah, I would too, RH. Hate to go back to double A's, but you know, they've got double A lithium rechargeables.
Yes, they do.
And they aren't cheap, but I've never heard anybody using them. But you can get the double A. Oh, RH says you can find. Is that the R&B's RH for $80? Bob says he's seen ads online for them.
Mm-hmm.
I used to carry R&B's for them. I sold a lot of them.
Yeah, they were a very good aftermarket battery system.
Yes, they were. So we'll check it out.
But yeah, whether or not they still produce them for the AT Pro, I don't know. It would be nice if they did, because the AT Pro is still a very popular machine.
All right. Dennis Drettencourt's telling me Big Boys has them for sale at $89. Yeah, $89. No, that's a good length of time on a battery, 4 years, RH. 4 years is good. So,
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad, especially when you do as much hunting as he does.
yeah. That's good. So, yeah, E-Track set the standard, set the bar high. Silver eating machine, I'll tell you.
Yes, they were.
Man.
I've still got one around here somewhere.
The only thing is they were a bit uncomfortable on the shoulder.
Yeah.
They wore you out a bit.
And, I heard people complain about that quite a bit, but I never really noticed an issue with it until I had to send my CTX in for warranty and had to go back to the E-Track.
Yeah.
Then I noticed the difference. I'm like, oh man, now I kind of see what people are talking about. This thing isn't quite so well balanced.
Right.
They've refined ergonomics on machines quite a bit since then.
Right. Yeah, the ZZ, how many did that have in it? 2 9-volts in there, Kevin? They ate batteries pretty well.
What's that?
Fisher ZZ.
Oh,
He says, thank God I don't have to buy 9 volts for my old ZZ anymore.
well, and there again, you can get rechargeable for those too.
Mm-hmm.
As I used to, for years, I ran the rechargeable AA's in the detectors and the rechargeable 9 volts in the pin codes.
Yeah, I thought there were 2. And I ran ZZ for a couple years. And, yeah, they ate batteries. Good machine.
Yeah.
Machine at that time.
Deep.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, HMDK, he runs a bounty hunter. It takes 2 9-volts too.
That's all right, Chuck. You remember the old Garrett money hunters?
Yes.
Them things took 4.
Yep. Yep. And they always had a problem. The snap-on power on one of them was short, and that had to go in first, and then you had to build outward, and it was a pain in the butt getting that thing back out, and a lot of people would have a problem. Those contacts would break.
But back in the day, that was considered a good machine.
Yes. Oh, yes.
But we're talking, oh, good grief, when was that? Probably somewhere around 86 or 89.
Yeah, late 80s.
That's what I was thinking.
I was running a Eagle. Was it Eagle DI?
Oh,
White. And I went to White's dealer school on it and learned all about it. And it still was a little tricky to set up, but that one ate batteries very well. Was it DI Pro? I'm trying to remember. That one I sold and it got shipped to Germany. I sold it to a guy in Germany. Had it on eBay and boom, everything worked. It got, got shipped there.
wow.
That's when they didn't have multiple dealers worldwide.
Ah,
So you could do that.
right.
I've seen your Legend electric tape and zip ties, Kevin. I'm surprised you didn't go out and find some baling wire and try to hold it together with that.
Right. Well, we do what we can to keep them going.
Hey, Bill Hayes, Kevin didn't quite do the red-green work on it, but it was close. He didn't have duct tape on it. For those of you who don't know, red-green fixes everything with duct tape. I actually went twice to see him on his one-man show. He came up to Dubuque, Iowa, and they had a meet and greet. And I went and got to sit and talk with the gentleman. He was a pretty funny guy, or is. No. Nope. Until that power dies totally, that machine, I haven't seen any machine give me reduced capabilities.
No, it's been my experience running them just as flat as I can. They will perform clear up until they just quit.
Right.
Pacifico.
Oh, yeah, he just popped up here. He's new to detecting.
Well, something tells me he'll do just fine.
Yep. ORH. I remember that particular show. And the sponsor for him when he was doing his one-man show through mostly the Midwest was 3M. You'd walk out on stage and there were cases of 3M duct tape sitting there.
Wow.
It was fun. He was funny guy. Steve, I'm sending ice to your house. It'll be a day and a half before it gets there, but I'm sending ice to your house. Not the ice you're talking about.
You can have all of it that shows up here, too.
Yep. Yep.
I certainly don't want any of it.
So, anyway, other than weather, politics, we've talked detecting. Kevin got 99 cents. Oh, wait a minute. Kevin got 2 cents. Emery got 98 cents today. Yep.
Well, at least he didn't get completely stuck.
So earlier, Barb mentioned our new, I think it was her, mentioned our new Attorney General. She's already going to work hard too. So it's going to be interesting. All 300 shows, Dennis. I
Yeah,
believe.
all 300 of them are on YouTube.
Yep. Possum Lodge.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah. He was on, I believe, PBS. We got it here every Friday night. So, yes, she is, Bill. She's not going to take any BS from anybody. Just like that little gal that's the press secretary. She doesn't put up with it. You know what? HMDK, I bet it is too. Yep. That's that's true, ORH. If women don't find you handsome, you better be handy. Got a neighbor down the road who can recite the whole Possum Lodge thing to a T. He's pretty popular.
Oh,
Took a school bus and turned it into a fire truck, but it could only have flashing lights so far because they'd run out of extension cord because they had Christmas lights for their emergency lights on the school bus. Yep, I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess. So if you ever get a chance to watch him, for those of you who don't know who he is, sit down and watch him. It's a lot of fun.
right.
There you go.
You can definitely lose quite a bit of time.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So, was you bored tonight, Steve, or what?
You might have been.
Might have been. Yeah.
Well, clearly he's bored in the chat.
Yes, he is. Oh, God. Asian massage, Josh. Anyway.
Yeah.
Uh, so hopefully we get the hunt all put together and give you a lot more information. They're looking at a place in Hampton for the meet and greet called, hell, I can't remember the name right now. Logger,
Yeah. Told
the
it,
Logger House.
yeah, there you go.
Logger House. So,
It's my mind too. Good
and
grief.
several different prices for the hunts were thrown around, but folks, I'm going to guarantee you, it won't be anything near what you see. Be probably,
Right. Swing in the Summer is known for having some very affordable hunts.
yeah, it'd be like maybe for the kid. This is the kids' hunt's always free, and you're looking at $65 early bird, maybe. Don't quote us. And then 75 to 80 day of entry, day of the hunt. So,
But that's subject to change.
yeah.
That's
There you
always
go,
a-
Steve. Yeah, Steve said he was watching paint dry and he remembered us.
Well, I'm glad to know that watching paint dry reminded him of us.
There you go. Oh, Barks, we've had it for a little while. It's a little slick out. I'm waiting for tones to drop and then try to get out there.
Yeah,
Yep, it is,
That-
Dan.
that's going to be an adventure in its own.
Yes.
Well, hopefully, all will be quiet around here tonight because what was it? Saturday, I think it was. They had an inmate escape down in Zanesville, Ohio, and then it was either that night or the next night. They had a couple of inmates escape from the neighboring county to us here. That was quite a lengthy pursuit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, don't need excitement like that.
No. 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 Been relatively quiet here the past few days, and I'm hoping for that through this crap.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Dennis, I've already done it. I pre-salted before the stuff started. Okay, HMDK. Have a great night.
Stay safe.
That's a powder horn, Bill. Oh, wait a minute. Steve, that's a powder horn, buddy. You can't blow that one. So let's see. RH said they caught him.
Mm-hmm.
Weird thing, he was running when they caught him the first time in a car.
Yeah, this is not the first time that this has happened with that particular person.
Same guy got out a couple times, huh?
Yeah. And then likewise up here, I mean, the two that made a break for it up here, they were pretty evasive. I mean, they got around quite a number of blockades and stop sticks before they finally caught up.
Whoa.
Scary stuff.
Yeah. The last one we had get away, they caught him up by Cordova up here. He stole a bike. He got into town, stole a bike, was riding around town in the evening. They spotted him in a front yard. He had a lawn chair out, the bike sitting by him, and he was watching TV through a picture window. Somebody drove a block away by and noticed this guy sitting out in front lawn watching television through these folks' picture window while they were sitting inside. And literally, they parked, they had the deputies park because they chased him 3-4 days around the area. Parked and walked, got around him and just walked up, and he went, uh-oh. He was sitting in the front yard in a chair watching TV through the picture window.
Shouldn't have took time to stop and watch America's Most Wanted.
Probably watching Cops.
Right? Looking to see what's on the news.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's about it. That's all going on here. Looking forward to getting up north and seeing if we can get some decent sized nuggets again. We've had a good run at it, and hopefully somebody hits another jackpot size one. We've had a 7.4 ounce Troy. We had a 2 3/4, some 2 ounces, things like that. So that's what we're looking forward to. Jackpot, see if somebody wins. And everybody got a little bit of gold. So
That's great. Especially with the way the weather has been in the past for you guys up there, everybody wins.
That's right.
I mean, the past few trips, you all have came home with at least a little bit of gold.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, Barks, you're right. Let's see what the price is right now. Market's open. Overseas, anyway. Gold's at $28.68.40 an ounce. $92.30 a gram, which is amazing.
But it'll never break 2,000.
Ounce. Silver, $32.49 is ask on it right now. So, yeah. Platinum, palladium, rhodium, they're all up. Platinum's $9.82. All lead, everything's up. Dow Jones all of those are up. Man, New York stock, all of them are up. So trading pretty well right now. What, $92 a gram? If you go up and you work the week and get an ounce, that's 30. That'll put you at $3,000 easy. So it can be a push.
Yeah.
Get a 2 ouncer, you made your day.
And it's not that far-fetched to do.
No. I found 2 ounces there. The biggest one I ever found, personally, a little over 3 ounces was there. I found a 2 ouncer up the Steese. I found a lot of them in the 1 ounce, 2 ounce territory, and they sell well. I mean, the 2 ouncer that I found the last trip up the Steese, guy handed me $5,000 for it. I wasn't going to turn that down. And that was when gold was at maybe 1,700.
Yeah, I was going to say, not near.
I have no qualms about selling it either.
No.
Yeah, you could, Dennis. You run a high banker and break even, actually come away clean if gold keeps going up.
Yeah. Or you could get lucky and find one of them big horse stoker nuggets.
All right. As a question, how do they handle the taxes on the gold you find if you bring it home? There's no tax. Gold, right. It's just a rock. It's just a rock until you sell it. That's where nice rock. If you sell it through a broker and you sell over a certain amount, they have to turn it in, and then you have to. It's like a 1099. It's income, but there's no
And
taxes.
pushing against $3,000 an ounce, it doesn't take much to generate that paper trail.
Right. So, it depends upon if you're selling to a private individual or if you're going to a broker of some type in precious metals, and they have to report it. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Yep. It's a rock.
It's
very nice.
rock. Exactly right. And many states don't tax you on the sale of it.
Yep.
Gold-bearing states, they don't tax you on gold. Federal government does. If you sell it in Alaska, do you have to pay twice? No, there's no tax on it in the state selling it. Nope.
Oh, do you have to pay twice since you're not a permanent resident?
Nope.
Oh, I see.
Nope.
Good question.
Yep.
Good question. I gotta say, I think that's the first I've seen that one.
ORH, you just answered the whole question. I'll leave it at that.
Yep. There you go.
Cash is king.
Yep.
Now, when you pull a piece up that's really big and becomes a bit notorious and just sold for $55,000,
Then it's a really nice doorstop or paperweight.
so yep. You're right, Dennis. They go wherever they want to.
And I have seen that done before. I knew of a gentleman out on the East Coast, actually, that he used a 65-pound silver bar from the Atocha as a doorstop.
We had a guy in the Quad Cities get a bar off the Atocha. He was one of the investors. But he had Florida tax, federal tax. There was a third tax in there. So to pay for it, he had that bar melted and made into copies as necklaces of a half ounce to pay the taxes. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of people doing that.
Yeah. He had to do that. So because they put an antiquity, that's it, antiquity tax on it also.
Yep. Sometimes you don't watch it, they'll get you coming and going.
Yep. And since that, all the treasure off the Atocha and that was logged, every move it made had to be tracked by the feds in the state.
Yep. Bob D in the hat.
So. You know how to tell the difference between bear scat and detector scat? The detectress will have a penny in it. Dennis, booking the trip, I always look for a couple guys I think I can outrun.
There you go.
Yep.
You don't have to be the fastest. You just have to be faster than the next guy.
And since we're moving down the mountain from Anvil, we'll be in some lower areas. I think we'll be all right down there, but that particular area along that mountainside is pretty heavily brushed, but they should have a lot of that cleared.
Yeah, I was going to say they've been working on clearing that, if I remember right.
Well, they picked up 56 acres at the lower end of where their claims ran to, and they got 50 and 30. They got like 90 more acres now. The one is up on a plateau type, and then the others are all low down along the stream bed. Now the stream is not a fish-bearing stream. They don't have a run up it, and you don't have the bears there. And usually, while we're there, they're down along the Nome River, Snake River, and the Penny, and everything up and down that line there, feeding on
Right.
salmon.
Food.
You don't have many run-ins with them, but it's thick. You're right, Dennis. It's thick brush. So you keep your eyes and ears tuned up.
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
If we go road and we go out to some of the far claims, we have to travel some areas that they're at. So usually Augie's up front. I'll be either middle or rear. In the center, we'll be armed. We'll be carrying and watching.
You got?
Got him. It's just the way of life.
Right.
Up there. Well, buddy, I think that's it for me tonight. I think we gotta regenerate a dig your plug here soon, don't we?
We may. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I've still got some things I'm trying to clear off of my schedule.
Okay. Well, we'll look into that sometime, maybe late February, early March, when we're really trying to get out there and it ain't working.
Right, because right now apparently it ain't working like digging out there.
Nope. And after tomorrow night, I should have more info on the hunt, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Right. We should hopefully be able to give them a little bit of an update on that. Maybe Sunday if we're lucky.
Cool.
So we'll see what.
The ROH calls it the annual Take Your Ex to Alaska trip. That was from Mike Lacquament. He's always talking about the ex.
Yep. Leave it to Mike.
Yep. Okay. Everybody have a good night. Stay out of trouble. Pacifico, go. You're going to have to take your I Am Better pill or something, buddy. You were bored. Good to see you on there, bud. All right.
Right.
Great night.
We'll see you, Chuck.
See you, my friend.
Yes, Steve, make sure to bolt your doors. I guess. Oh, so yeah. Hopefully, the way it sounds, we may be able to. We had mentioned tonight. Don't quote us on that as far as pricing or spot for the meet and greet. Hopefully, we'll be able to give some confirmation to some of that. Maybe Sunday. We'll see what happens. As for me, well, I've had a number of things added to my schedule, so I don't know. We'll see what happens, and hopefully we can get back to business as usual soon, I guess. Until the next one, stay safe out there. Apparently we've got ice here or on the way. And we're sending it to Steve. Have a wonderful evening, folks. We're out of here.
We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.